thinks there is room for improvement, saying, quote, "By no means was this nearly close to what we're capable of." So, Shannon, I know this is always hard when it's against the Broncos, but please do give me an objective letter grade for Tom Brady.
Objective.
I gave him a C.
A C?
A C, Skip. Skip, the Broncos are bad. Skip, they had, at the start of the season, they had the youngest defense in the NFL at 25 years of age. They could lose both of their starting corners, so now they're starting two rookies. No Von Miller, so they generate no pass rush. They can get no coverage on the back end. And they're on their third-string quarterback. Let that sink in, Skip. They're on their third-string quarterback with two rookie corners. I mean, did I leave this game and say, man, Tom looked really good? Yeah, I didn't leave this game thinking that, Skip. Second half, he only scored 3 points on a short drive, on a short field goal, 6 total first downs in the second half. So, Skip, look, they won the game, but I don't think anybody thought they were not going to win the ball game. And doing it against that team, there'll be other opportunities for Tom Brady to show that he is the Tom Brady of old. When they play Kansas City, when they play some of these upper top-tier teams, we'll see more about Tom Brady. But I didn't get anything from this game that I didn't already know. 28-10 against Broncos. I love them, but they're not very good, Skip. They're not very good.
Interesting. So, what has happened to Tom Brady over his career when he visits that stadium? Nothing good. Very little good.
Yeah. So, there's nothing remnants other than the stadium itself. Stop it, Skip. You ought to be ashamed.
Tom Brady was, going into yesterday, 4-7 in Denver. It's been his house of horrors. He just doesn't like throwing in the mile-high atmosphere. He's often been wild high because it's hard to control your trajectory. It's hard to get used to, because you lived it, right? So yesterday, he had Chris Godwin for a little while. Then he didn't have him because Chris Godwin, without contact, pulled his hamstring. I don't know what it was. It did not look good to me because he sort of limped off and limped right to the locker room. So that's the best receiver on that team, and the one he had the most early season rapport with was gone fairly quickly in that game. So Tom Brady threw for almost 300 yards, which is still pretty good considering he had no run game to speak of. And by the way, Leonard Fournette, who is so comfortable with Tom Brady early on that he can criticize him for holding the ball too long. I wonder if Tom criticized him back because he carried it 7 times for a grand total of 15 yards and he caught 2 balls for a grand total of 7 yards. Not very good, Leonard. You got to get better. And yet, Tom Brady made some big-time throws in this game. And what did I tell you the whole offseason? I said, you better watch Scotty Miller, didn't I? And you laughed at me. And again, I was watching Scotty Miller yesterday when it was 3rd and 8. Tom backed up at his 27-yard line. Can we see the play, see what this throw looks like? This is Tom Brady to, it's little Scotty Miller. Is that a good throw? I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know. Does that look like a home run? Does it look like he threw it down the field? Huh, interesting. Rusher right in his face, and it's right on target. Way to go. That was 47 yards. And you gave him a C. I'm going to give him a B+ for his effort yesterday because it was at Mile High, and again, it's a place he just stinks.
Well, Skip, you know what? If they'd had Von Miller, DeMarcus Ware, they'd had Talib and Chris Harris Jr., I would be, and they had Peyton Manning and Demaryius Thomas and all those guys on the other side, and he does that, I would have gave him an A. But, Skip, for your third-string quarterback, that's what they're on in the Broncos. You're starting 2 rookie corners. You're talking about the guys that you just talked about in Dallas, about they're just guys. And Russell, so, and you gave him a B?
B+, yeah. Wow. And furthermore, everybody talked all week about how Rob Gronkowski is a shell of himself, right?
Yes.
And who had the most targets yesterday for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Oh, wait a second. It was this guy named Gronkowski. He had 7 balls thrown to him. That's the most. He caught 6 for 48. He even caught a 10-yard pass, a double-digit yard pass, if we could see that from Tom Brady. So does that count? Does that qualify?
Skip, think about that, Skip. That's a flat route.
He was running.
Skip, that's a flat route. Skip, that's a flat route. That ain't down the field. That's a flat route.
It up, and that kind of looked Gronkish to me.
Skip.
Doesn't that look Gronkish?
Skip, that's a flat route.
So they went in with the game plan of, let's reestablish Rob Gronkowski.
Because he said, well, I came to block. In other words, what he's saying, I did not come here just to block. I came here to catch passes. I came to join Tom because we have a great relationship, not in the running game, in the passing game, Skip. That's what he was saying. Oh, Gronk said, no, stop it. There's no tight end that's a receiving tight end, and that's what Gronk is. Yes, he can block, but ain't no tight end. Oh, yeah, all I want to do is block. George Kittle can block, but George Kittle got $15 million because he can catch passes. Travis Kelce makes money because he can catch passes. Zach Ertz, those guys, Waller, because they catch the ball. So if everybody listens, all Gronk wants to do is win, that sounds good. But that's his way of saying, I didn't come out of retirement for a year just to block.
Yep. So Tom Brady said, watch this.
Yes.
Rob Gronkowski said, watch this. And here they go. And all of a sudden, I can't believe it. They are leading the NFC South right now. Can you believe it at 2-1?
Skip, 3 games. So we're not even at the quarter pole yet. And so you already crowning the winner. We're not even at the quarter pole.
I mean, somebody predicted they're going to win the South. Somebody over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have they? So you want to crown them?
And
in the words of
Saints
Denny,
are starting to look shakier and shakier.
In the words of Denny Green, rest his soul. If you want to crown them, crown them.
Yep.
But at the end of the year, they're going to be who we thought they were.
Really?
And guess what? The Saints ain't gonna
they are?
And the Saints ain't gonna let them off the hook.
8-8.
So don't y'all got to play Green Bay too? Don't y'all got to play Aaron Rodgers?
At home.
It don't matter. It don't matter. Home road, got you. Got you.
I told you they had the worst opening day test imaginable. They got thrown to the wolves in New Orleans.
Well,
no preseason.
Well, how good is New Orleans? Because they done caught 2 L's now.
Yep.
So they got thrown to the wolves. So how good are they?
Well, no preseason games. Very little practice.
No, but here's the thing, Skip. Guess what? Guess who else didn't have any preseason game? The other 31 teams. And guess what? Had no OTAs and no minicamp. So that was not unique to Tampa. That's not unique to New Orleans. All the other teams were up under that same umbrella.
Tom Brady doesn't look washed up to me.
I know Aaron Rodgers looked good. Did he look good? I just want to know one thing. Has he looked as good as Aaron Rodgers? A simple yes or a simple no?
No, not yet. But he gets stronger as the year goes on.
No, he doesn't.
And Aaron Rodgers tends to fall off the
cliff. No, he doesn't. No. Coach Belichick said no. So let me ask you a question. Do you trust Pro Football Focus or do you trust Coach Belichick? Now, how many Super Bowls and how many AFC Championship games has Pro Football Focus gotten 2-1? And how many for Coach Bill, greatest coach in sports history?
All I know is I got 5 cases of Diet Dew that Tampa Bay will have a better record than Coach Subway.
What's the same record?
Coach Subway.
What's the record right now? What's the record? I just want to know what's the record right now.
2-1
okay,
versus 2-1.
Okay.
And your schedule is going to get nothing but harder.
Y'all gonna get harder too?
No, we got this.
Y'all got Green Bay. Y'all got Kansas City, just like we do.
Yep. Here we go.
Coach Subway and his acting it's just on point.
Yeah.
Really impressive from Coach Bill Belichick. Guys, I want to talk about LeBron James. Does